Choice Boards create independent, guided opportunities for students to take ownership of their learning. With that, I'm going to talk about our very last strategy, and this is choice boards. And choice boards is another option that we have for you. This is one that's probably not new to you. Choice boards is a strategy that has been around for ages and eons. But this is a way now to take them and make them digital. And being a digital choice board gives us a lot of options that we don't have if they are strictly paper and pencil. So, we love that they're flexible. They work incredibly well for whole group. They work well for small groups. They work well for independent work. This is something they are flexible by, you can differentiate them very easily. You can make one and then you just kind of make a copy of it and change out one or two of the activities to make it more appropriate for a specific class or for a certain type of learner that you have. So again, just gives us a lot of that. And keeping in mind here that even though these are digital, that doesn't mean that they have to be all online activities. You can certainly incorporate offline activities. And in fact, we would really encourage you to do that. But because it's a digital, they could still take those offline activities and turn them in an electronic format, which of course lightens that school bag on your shoulder. So they could, just like you've always done, maybe they're drawing something or creating something out of trash. They're making that recycled robot. They can snap a picture of it and turn it into you rather than actually having to bring that to school, or then you have, your back counter full of all of these things. We really like this. And we have a couple of different options here for you just to kind of keep in mind. So one of our basic ones that's really simple and straightforward to get through or get started with on a digital choice board is something that is just divvied up kind of in columns. So this is one that I did. This is a pre-K example. This is actually I took these activities directly from the pre-K curriculum from a couple of weeks ago. And I divvied this up by learn, find, sort, and draw. You could certainly do something with our 3 E's and have something with your engage. And I'm going to explain, and I cannot, all of a sudden it slipped out of my mind that quick, but the 3 E's, you could have rows and columns based on that. Because this was pre-K, I only gave them 2 choices to choose from. But of course, depending on your grade level or your content, you could have 3 or 4 choices under each column. The idea, of course, is that students would have to complete something, either 1 or 2 items, depending on what you want from each of those columns. And you'll see here when you look at that, these are all, again, given us a combination of electronic or digital type projects, but then also offline type activities here. In this case for learning, again, one reason we love the digital aspect is it is giving even our youngest learners the ability to listen to things, to watch things. We have the read and write extension that can help them with the typing as well as the reading of directions. We don't have that if we do it on that paper copy in the classroom. So in this case, again, I made this very picture heavy because it is pre-K, but they can go here to a Wixy activity that I'm going to have them to do. Or if I click down here, this actually takes them to a second slide where they just have to go around their house or their classroom and snap pictures of something that is a circle, square, triangle, and rectangle. But again, just having that column row, and I really like being able to color code across the top. So it helps, differentiate for our students exactly what, that there's something different for each row. When they're finished an activity, this was done in slides, they could even come up here and use their little paint bucket and be able to fill in the slide or the little box on their grid as to which ones they actually did. So for you, you have that visual of what it is that they completed. Another option, again, this is a tic-tac-toe method. This is something that has works extremely well. This particular template that I have here comes from Shake Up Learning. And again, we'll give you all of these links, so don't worry. This is one that's a novel study, for example. You'll see here in the blank template is down below on this page. Hers is set up where everyone has to do the activity that's in the center. So this is perfect for like your basic learn. This could be a video, whether it's something that you have created or something that you find elsewhere. It could be a reading that you want them to do. Again, could be online or offline. And then the students have to complete the tic-tac-toe. What I like about this particular template is that it's color coded. If you can see, there's the blue up at the top and then yellow around the bottom. So that visually for me, as I'm building my choice board, I can say, okay, they have one offline activity that they're going to complete, one online activity they're going to complete. Or maybe I'm doing one strategy in the blue and another strategy in the yellow. Maybe I want to do an explain and then a share. It just is, for me as a teacher, is a nice visual option for me as I am building this, this choice board. You can also There's tons of here that are already done. And building these choice boards, ladies and gentlemen, is just the same as you would be doing in your slide decks that you're doing now. I simply highlight the text and I drop in the link to the other activity, the other website, the other Google Doc, the other, the Wixy activity, whatever that may be. So it's, again, utilizing all of those skills that you've already been developing over the course of this school year. There are, of course, plenty of places for you to go that have pre-done choice boards. Discovery Ed, believe it or not, has just launched an entire new section on their site with student learning activities. And many of those within the student learning activities are choice boards, and they are done for grades K through 12. And there's a couple of different types. This is one that I happen to really like because I could see this as being part of a larger lesson if I wanted, or a larger choice board, or it works extremely well as a standalone. This is actually based off of one of our SOS strategies, the AEIOU strategy. And in this one, again, these are all done. You just go into Discovery, grab the link, and you can share it with your students. What are they curious about? Here is, they have life science, physical science, and earth space science. So they get to choose the topic that they want to learn about and then demonstrate their knowledge of that particular skill. They have this for 6-word stories. They have this for 3 truths and a lie. And so they would select, maybe I want to learn about gravity today. So here is what each of those letters stand for. Here is my little video already. Again, I don't have to go and find it. Discovery has done that for me. And then I can go in, and they even take me back, and I can watch another one. Those are already done. They have entire choice boards on STEM careers. So they can take up what kind of maybe career you want to take a look at. So again, oh, and gracious, there's one for cicadas. So if you're looking for something that's timely in real world, there you go. So Discovery is going to have some that are already done for you. Another spot that you can go to find some pre-made activities is Wixy. Wixy is another platform that has really kind of embraced this idea of choice boards, thanks to AACPS, I might add, and our Tech Connections team for elementary. We had someone last year create a math choice board, and we shared it with Wixy, and they kind of took it and ran with it. So if you go into Wixy and just search, I knew there was something I'd forgotten. I've forgotten to pull up Wixy, Tracy. And if you search just choice, I don't even have to search choice boards, you're going to find, if I scroll down underneath templates, tons of options here. They have some great ones for summer. They have vocabulary choice boards, fractured nursery rhymes, Earth Day. I know we're past that, but poetry. They have different math ones. Here's a STEAM one, counting, comprehension, ELL. All of these are going to be done. Now, all of the activities within the Wixy choice boards link to other Wixy activities. But again, something that you can go through, and again, don't have to start from scratch.